Have you noticed big retail stores are closing one after another? A couple of years ago, they were everywhere, and now they're shutting down. Stores like Sears and Toys R Us, they're gone. Most people think, oh, they must have been bad at business, but that's not always the case. Some of the times, these companies don't just fail naturally. They're set up to fail on purpose so that rich investors can make money. Private equity firms buy them, load them with debt, and then hedge funds bet on them to fail. And where do they get the money? Big banks help make it all happen and cash in at every step. Let me break it down how it's done. Imagine you want to buy a pizza place, but instead of paying for it yourself, you take out a huge loan. But here's the twist. You don't take out the loan in your name. You make the pizza place take the loan instead. Now, you own the restaurant, but it's drowning in debt, and every month it has to pay back a huge chunk of money just to keep running. That's exactly how private equity firms buy companies. They don't use their own money. They borrow billions and force the company itself to take on the debt. It doesn't stop there. Now that they own the company, they start sucking out as much cash as possible. They make the company pay them big, special bonuses, even though the company is already struggling to pay its debt. If the company owns assets like buildings, they sell them off and then make the company pay rent just to keep using them. On the outside, everything still looks normal. The stores are open, people are shopping, but inside, the company is slowly bleeding out. And that's when hedge funds smell blood. Hedge funds can bet against them. Once they see a company drowning in debt, they know what's going to happen next. The stock is going to drop, and they make money off that drop. Here's how it goes. They short sell the stock, which is basically like borrowing a friend's video game, selling it for full price, and then hoping the price drops so you can buy it back cheaper before you have to return it. If the stock price crashes, they keep the difference and make a fortune. But hedge funds don't just sit back and wait. They maliciously speed up the process. They leak bad news, make investors nervous, and people start selling their shares in a panic. The stock price falls even faster, and the hedge funds make even more money through the short selling. Market manipulation, that's exactly it. Some of them buy the company's debt too, so when it finally goes bankrupt, they get to pick apart whatever's left. Employees, like you and me, lose their jobs, stores shut down, pensions disappear, but the hedge funds walk away with millions. What about the banks? Banks aren't just watching this happen, they're making it happen. First, they loan money to private equity firms so they can buy companies in the first place. They don't care if the company will struggle to pay it back because they get paid up front with big fees. Even if the company goes bankrupt later, the bank already made its money. But they don't want to keep risky loans on their books. So what do? They sell them to other investors. They package the debt into fancy-sounding financial products and pass them on to pension funds, retirement accounts, and insurance companies. That means regular people's money ends up tied to these bad deals. We end up paying for their schemes. And while one part of the bank is lending money to private equity firms, another part is helping hedge funds bet against the company. Banks give hedge funds the tools to short sell the stock, and sometimes they even release reports that make the stock drop faster. And when the company finally collapses, the banks make sure they get their money first, before employees, pension funds, or small investors get anything. So at every stage, buying, debt loading, short selling, and bankruptcy, big banks are making money. Whether a company succeeds or fails, they win either way. Wall Street plays by different rules. They've built a system where they make money whether a company succeeds or fails. And when it fails, we're the ones who lose. The employees, the customers, the small investors. This is part of the reason why retail jobs are getting harder to get. Bankrupt companies in a country means the job pool got smaller. Some politicians have tried to pass laws to stop this, but these firms have massive lobbying power, which is legalized bribing. Until the laws change, the best thing we can do is understand the game. If this video opened your eyes, hit that like button and let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.